Okay, game. So last part, rules and code of ethics. Hindi tamang practices. So, explain the role of insurance commission, discuss the importance of the agency code of ethics, enumerate factors that measure stability of an insurance company. So, discuss natin. Code of ethics, may mga hindi pwede. So the insurance commission, like I said, kasi tinatanong din sir kanina, government ba yung nag-issue ng license, which is, yes, kasi the insurance commission is parang a branch of the government, an office rin ng government. So, yes, insurance commission regulates, siguro regulates yung tamang term, hindi kinokontrol, but more of, they make sure that we're doing things right. Life insurance and non-life insurance companies. Non-life, ito yung mga for car insurance, home insurance. Tayo, we don't have that kasi life insurance company tayo. So, we focus on life lang. So, sa tao lang. Protect the interest of the insuring public. So, yun yung role ng insurance commission. That's why it's regulated kasi there's public interest around these companies, life insurance and non-life. So, they're there to protect the public's interest. So, yan, to be a financial advisor, clean record of employment, reasonable educational background, certificate of good moral conduct, all required trainings, must have passed licensure exams. So we have 2 licensure exams, the PCTC, which is this one, and then the VUL. So, but doesn't mean na kailangan i-take nyo both kaagad to be licensed. If you pass one, you can sell one, that type of product. So if pumasa tayo sa PCTC, then we can already start with the participating the permanent plans and the term plans. But yung VUL plans, hindi pa natin pwede. Hindi pa tayo licensed. So, code of ethics. So tandaan nyo to, what the terms and what do they mean. Act of making derogatory remarks about competing advisors or companies, that's called knocking. Okay, so if may experience kayo dyan na yung client nyo nagagalit na dun sa dating advisor niya o advisor from the current company, huwag nyo nang sulsulan or dagdagan pa. Oo nga sir kasi ganyan talaga yung mga yan, yung mga taga-ganyan. Diba? Hindi na ganun. So let's just be professional about it. We should not. Or even your colleague, di ba? Kunyari may nakausap pa, si ganyan. Ang balita ko nga dyan, sir, ganyan, may tinakuhan yan, etc. etc. Sisiraan nyo. Huwag na lang. So just do the business based on your own, yung sarili nyo na lang. So knocking yung tawag dyan, derogatory na about competing advisors. Actually, in fact, to be honest, it's a competitive industry. Pero kung titingnan nyo, insurance, yung mga advisors from different companies, magkakilala yan, magkakaibigan yan. In fact, sometimes we invite speakers from different company to our agency, diba, to share their best practices. Actually, maganda yung culture. But again, hindi may iwasan na meron talagang sisiraan. But still, given that pwede kang mag-invite from another company to give a talk to your agent or to you guys, says a lot as well. Kahit na competing na. May mga speakers na kami before from True, from Sun Life, kasi they have practices that we can implement them. And they're not, di sila afraid to share them. So, ganun din naman tayo. We can invite them to different companies. Force a client to buy an insurance policy which is beyond what the person needs and can pay for, which is overload. So, overload ang tawag. So, overload, ang problem naman dyan, syempre, eventually, baka mag-lapse din yung mga policies niya. Alam mo yun, hindi naman niya afford. Pipilitin mo, 1 year lang nagbayad, and then nag-lapse na. So, kayo rin yung mahihirapan. Sa rin yun kinakount din natin yun yung business na alive. So may mga certain metrics din tayo to say na ang dami mong nag-lapse, then mas mahihirapan ka to renew your license kasi nga yung business mo puro lapse. Kunyari 50% na lang yung natira dun sa business mo. Malaking factor yun. So the company will ask you to recover up to 80%. Dapat ma-reinstate mo up to 80% para ma-license, ma-renew pa. So as much as possible, let's make sure na pasok sa kaya ng client, sa needs niya and what he can do. Twisting, force a client to surrender a policy in favor of a new one being offered. Yeah. No, kailangan mo na ng benta, kailangan mo na ng sale. Sir, lapse na lang natin to, tapos kuha lang kayo ng bago. Yan. Hindi siya good practice. Or, sir, wag nyo na ituloy sa other company nyo. Dito na lang kayo sa akin magbayad. Kasi hindi mo pala ako yung advisor nito. So, hindi yan magandang practice. Right? Rebating. An ethical way of selling. Agents' commissions are not supposed to be shared with the client. Kasi yan. Ito yung sa mga common na nangyayari. Like, oh, baka pwede naman pa-discount ako, sabihin ng client mo. Tapos sasabihin mo, sige sir, bigay ka na sa yung commission or hati na sa commission. That's not allowed. Hindi yan allowed. We don't want premium discrimination then. Okay, so what is premium? Advisors may be penalized, suspended, terminated based on the company's code of conduct, depending on the violations. So yung premium discrimination is basically hindi nagiging fair playing field for everyone. Kasi di ba? Yung client mo, binigyan mo siya ng parang rebate. Yung commission mo, binigay mo sa kanya. So he's not paying the right premium technically kasi parang may discount yung premium niya. Compared to your other client, nagbayad in full kasi kumuha naman siya without. So walang hindi yan pwede. Rebating ang tawag. Okay, so we'll talk about what are the criteria? Stability of an insurance company. So ito na lang to. We'll just breeze through these. Question ba dun sa mga code of ethics? When it comes to, of course, you have to understand yung mga bawal talaga hindi pwede gawin. You have to embody that. At the same time, sa exam naman, for the exam purposes, you have to understand kung ano yung knocking, ano yung rebating, kasi lalabas yun pag, what is the ganito ganyan? Tapos hindi mo alam. So, yun yung mga usual questions. Okay. Capitalization, 250 million at least for an insurance company. Okay, so this is how the Insurance Commission regulates an insurance company. They should have these at the minimum. Okay? So to make sure na yung interest, the public's interest is protected. Okay, so capitalization, puhunan, at least minimum of 250 million pesos. Reserves. Okay? Reserve provides minimum amount of obligation that are expected to be settled in the future of its policy holders. So, ibig sabihin, dapat a company should have reserves. Parang ito yung emergency fund mo. Hindi pwedeng, nga may 250 million capital ako, pero lahat yun allocated to different, like, iba-ibang assets pala yun, whatever. Hindi pala siya readily available cash or reserve. So, investment considerations. So, where the company is investing, nire-regulate din yan. Hindi pwedeng basta-basta. Safety. Dapat the financial stability of the investment pool mas conservative tayo when it comes to our investment portfolio. Kasi nga, we're an insurance company first than an investment company. So, ang target natin is to make sure that the insured is protected rather than the insured would make money. Liquidity. speed by which investments can be converted into cash. Mas mabilis dapat. Yung investment tool natin, liquid enough na pag kinailangan ng company, makukuha kagad nila. And yield, the rate of return. Of course, syempre, since investments yan, we want rate of return as well. Pero since it's not the primary purpose of what we're doing. But still, consideration pa rin yan, the rate of return. Margin of solvency, 500,000 requirement by IC. Actually, baka si DJ mas ma-explain yung solvency. Babalikan natin yung solvency. Powers of adjudications, claims up to a legal process that helps expedite and deliver a court's resolution regarding the issue between two parties. So, dapat may capability ka to to follow the legal process pag nagkaroon ng conflict between the two parties, between the insured, kasi hindi naman naiwasan minsan the insured complaints or the owner complaints kasi nga merong mga anomalies that happen. So, you should have power of adjudications. The business code of ethics, market conduct, hold the best interest of the people. So, yun yung, we do this to ensure the interest of the people. Quick, mabilis lang to. Life insurance industry is under government supervision because it's a charitable institution. It pays such high taxes. It's required to account for money spent in company operations when it affects public interest. It affects public interest. Yan. Di ba napansin? Sinabi ko na yun. Di ba yung i-reiterate ko? Public interest. That's right. Rebating, ayan. Ito na. What is rebating? Ano ba yung rebating? Yung is it an agent makes a material misstatement in his application, giving false information, twisting, or premium discrimination? Premium discrimination against policy holders. Rebating. Insurance Commission has the power to revoke or refuse to renew an agent's license in all of the following instances except, maraming ganyan na, yung mga all except when applicant for a license has intentionally withheld information concerning his conviction of a crime involving moral issues, when agent has diverted any premium collection for his personal use, when an agent analyzes the needs of the applicant and recommends the best choice plan to be purchased, or none of the above. Ilan lang ba mare-revoke? Pag A, obviously, your license could be revoked. Pag B, obvious naman to, not remitting the premium collection. Pag C, if you analyze correctly the needs of the applicant, recommends the best choice. So the correct answer is C. Alright. Na, that's it. Question. May question ba kayo? Okay, so next steps. So make sure you sign sa attendance your names and kung sino yung nag-invite para makontak natin sila to remind them of your e-learning in case wala pa kayong e-learning. Also pala, yung nilagay yung email dyan, make sure that's the one na sinubmit nyo sa nag-invite sa inyo. And yun yung i-register nila or ni-register nila to that e-learning. Kasi kapag hindi, baka magkaroon ng confusion. So baka ma-link to hindi ma-link to the right account. So kasi ang basis natin, possible name lang. Tapos yun yan. So make sure yung email is the correct email. And then, yeah. So, ang next na gagawin natin before we call it is, ano ba ito? So I will show you where you can start. So ang next na gagawin nyo is once na we upload the attendance, will be time naman that we put PCTC. But that doesn't end there. I think ang best talaga is you answer the mock exams. There will be 2 mock exams dun sa wala naman yung ideally dapat talaga you pass the mock exams before you take the actual exams. Oh, but yung actual exam?
Yung mock exam.
Oh, you can retake and take it. Kahit ilang takes, ay pwede. 40 yung passing score sa mock exams. O dapat, actually, this one's for the 2 exams, ito yung pinakamadali. So, you should be getting, easily a passing score here. For kung 80 yata yung passing score. So, 10 lang yung mistakes na you can afford. This one's the easier one. So, dapat talaga mapasa. So, there are 2 types of exams there. The IC mock exam and the IIAP. I suggest you take both. Para lang, mas varied yung mga questions, mas ma-expose kayo to different questions. Makita nyo ano ba yung mga other questions. If you have the chance, you can also look into the online learning as a review. Diba? Kasi in case na bumagsak kayo, tapos gusto nyo reviewin yung buong course, it's there naman sa LMS. So you can review that para to see saan ba nagkamali. Or nakalimutan nyo, miss out yun na maalala ko. So yun, take the 2 exams para ma-expose kayo. And then, you contact na lang kung sino yung nag-advise on 20th exam. I think there are exams here sa Makati, sa IAAP, or sa IC, I think. Or I think sa PhilAm also conducts private yung PhilAm. Pero papakita ko where you can access it para at least alam nyo na. Wala yung